Ornaments. The Harappan people, both men and women, they used ornaments. They used to wear various kinds of ornaments. Here are some examples given, like necklaces, finger rings, bangles, armlets, anklets, nose rings, fan-shaped headdress, and earrings. These were the ornaments, and the material that were used for making the ornaments were gold, silver, precious stones, and ivory. So these were the materials used for making the ornaments. Then they also had facilities or toys. They also had facilities for amusement for both adults as well as children. Like for people or adults, they had this dice playing as well as hunting and fishing expeditions. They also, their main musical instruments were the drum and the lyre. These were their musical instruments. All these things they were using for their amusement purpose. They also had toys for children, that is toys of birds and animals, figurines, cards, and whistles were also made. These were the toys for children. So they were concerned about the amusement of themselves as well as children. So they had all sorts of facilities for amusing themselves. So now we will study regarding the decline of the civilization. Again, there are many controversies regarding the decline of civilization. There is not one particular fact that how Harappan civilization declined. There are many facts or many theories behind the decline of the civilization. So we'll study one by one. First is flood and earthquake. Many historians they believe, or many scholars they believe, that Harappan civilization was destroyed because of continuous flood and earthquake. So this is one theory behind the decline of the Harappan civilization, for which the people abandoned their settlement and they went somewhere else. And then, according to a famous hydrologist R.L. Rikes, such flooding could not be the result of a normal flooding in a river Indus. Earthquakes might have raised the level of the floodplain. So, this particular hydrologist R.L. Rikes, he puts forward a theory that the flood that occurs in river Indus was not any kind of normal flood. Such floods were caused due to earthquakes. The earthquakes used to raise the floodplains, the level of the floodplain, for which the entire civilization faced some kind of devastating flood, for which people abandoned their settlement and left that particular place. So this was one theory. Another theory is increased aridity, means increased dryness. So according to renowned historians D.P. Agarwal and Sood, the Harappan civilization declined because of increasing aridity in the area and the drying up of river Ghaggar. As the rivers they changed their course, so river Ghaggar started to dry up because it changed its course. So because of drying up of river Ghaggar, that particular area it faced aridity. So that was also another reason people were not getting water and all. And Satluj and Yamuna used to be the tributaries of river Ghaggar, and because of some tectonic disturbances, that was the disturbances of the tectonic plates, the Satluj stream was captured by Indus river and the Yamuna shifted east to join the Ganges. So this Satluj stream, it was captured by Indus river, while the Yamuna it shifted east, it changed its course, it shifted east to join the Ganges. So in this way Ghaggar was left waterless. Ghaggar did not get water, for which that entire civilization started to decline because of absence of water. So this was another reason. Increased aridity was another reason, or increased dryness was another reason behind the decline of civilization. Then another theory that was put forward was deforestation. Maybe because of enormous cutting of wood, there was high deforestation. Wood was needed to produce jewelry, to make bricks, pottery, stoneware. For day-to-day purpose, they started cutting trees, for which there was deforestation, and deforestation led to climatic change. And so maybe this civilization started to decline because of deforestation, which paved the way for climatic changes. Then another reason for the decline of the civilization was attack. Some historians like Mortimer Wheeler believe that the Aryans destroyed the Indus settlements. And why this person put forward his theory? Because there was evidence of skeletons of 13 males and females and one child found lying in a room. So from this they came to know that maybe there was some kind of attack. The men, women and children were massacred, and because of this kind of attack, this civilization started to decline. Then there was so these were the reasons for decline of civilization. So the civilization is today declined. Today we don't have Harappan civilization or Indus Valley civilization, but it has left behind a legacy that we cherish today also. So this is the legacy that Harappan civilization has left behind, and we are carrying forward this legacy of Indus Valley civilization. So what is this legacy that this civilization has left behind? This civilization disappeared several years back, but still we follow some of the traits of this civilization, like the Harappan way of making baked pottery, bricks, beads, jewelry, textiles, etc. was adopted by later civilization. So these things were adopted by later civilization. These characteristics of Harappan civilization were adopted by later civilization. Then one of the most remarkable achievements of the Harappan people was the cultivation of cotton, which was adopted by the Egyptians after several centuries. So Harappan civilization declined, but its process of cultivation of cotton was adopted by the Egyptians. In the religious sphere also we follow some of the characteristics of Harappan civilization, like worship of Pashupati, Shiva, the female deity as mother goddess, sacred trees, animals, serpents, religious symbols, etc. Today also we follow these religious beliefs, and we carry out these religious traditions of the Harappan civilization. So now we will start with the question answers. And short questions, that is name two important sources of information. So here there are many sources we studied, like the Great Bath, then we have seals, then Bearded Man, Dancing Girl, Dockyard, Script. So any two important source you can write down. Then name one important public building. It is the Great Bath. Is the important public building, and its importance I have already told you. The significance of Great Bath, that is in page 6. These points, these are the significance of Great Bath. Then give any two characteristic features of the Citadel, that is page 6. Again here Citadel is there. So these are the points. The Citadel had the houses of the ruling class and important buildings like the Great Bath, the granary, the assembly hall and the workshops. This is the first point. And the second point is the Citadel points to the elaborate planning till urban civilization. This is the second point of short question 3. Then short question 4, how cells were used? What information do they give about Harappan trade? So how cells were used, that is page 7. That is, they were used by traders to stamp their goods. That is how seals were used. And the next question is what information do they give about Harappan trade? That is, the information is these seals were found in different regions. This indicates that the Harappan trade had spread over a vast area. So the first part of the question is the seals were used by traders to stamp their goods, and the second part of the question is these seals till vast area. That was short question 4. Then short question 5, briefly describe granaries at Harappa. That you can write down from granaries, that is in page 11. Granaries, so from here you can write down points on your own. Any 4 points you can write it down. Then next question is briefly describe the ornaments worn by the Harappans. It is in page 13. Ornaments, this portion. This is the answer. Then next question is briefly describe the statue of the dancing girl. It is in page 7, dancing girl. So this you have to describe briefly in your own words. Then next question is mention the types of dress worn by the Indus Valley people. So the answer is cotton dresses, as it is in page 12. So cotton dresses, a piece of woven cotton was discovered. A piece of woven cotton was discovered from Mohenjo-daro, and textile impressions were found on several objects. So this is the answer. Cotton dresses were worn, and how do we know that? Because of this piece of woven cotton was discovered. This is the answer of short question 8. Then short question 9, state 2 features of the trade of Indus Valley. You can write down any 2 points from this page 11, trade. Here from this entire portion you can write down any 2 points. Then state any 3 animals depicted on the Pashupati seal. So in that page 7, seals, here many names of many animals are mentioned. Here one horn bull till rhinoceros. So any 2 names of your choice you can write down. Sorry, any 3 names of your choice you can write down. Then state any 2 causes that led to the decline. Here 4 causes are there. Page 13. Decline of the civilization, 4 causes are there. So any 2 causes you can write down. Then short question 12. In what two respects is Harappan civilization our greatest heritage? That is here it is there. Point wise, first point, the Harappan way of making till later civilizations. This is first point, and the second point is one of the most remarkable achievements till centuries. It is second point. So these 2 points are the answer for short question 12. Then what types of weights and measures did the Indus people use? That is page 11, weights and measures, heading is given. So this you have to write down. Weights and measures, this portion you have to write down under short question 13. Then short question 14, what do you know about the Indus script? That is page 8, script heading is given. This short note you write down under Indus script. Then we will start with these long questions. First is the significance of Great Bath. Again, it is the same answer. That is page 6. These 4 points. That is 1A, significance of Great Bath. Then seals. You write down from the seals portion, page 7. From the seals portion, any 4 points of your choice. Specifically mention, while you are writing your points, mention the animals that were depicted on the seals, the materials that were used for seal making, what useful information we get from these seals, and for what purpose these seals were used. So these are the main points you have to write down while you are writing short notes on seals. Emphasize on these points. Then script, again as I told you, that is the same of answer short question 14. Then 2A, describe briefly how the Harappan civilization was discovered. This one is answered. Page 6, the discovery of Indus Valley civilization. This is the portion. You write down any 4 points, write down point wise any 4 points under the discovery of Harappan civilization. Include points from these 2 paragraphs. Then 2B, describe the extent of the civilization. It is page 8, extent of the civilization. So here you have to write down point wise. First point, it extended from Sukta-Jandar in the west to Alamgirpur in the east, and from Manda in the north to Bhagatrav in Narmada estuary in the south. This is first point. In second point, the Harappan culture till Uttar Pradesh, Western Uttar Pradesh, second point. The third point is some of the centers of the civilization till Rangpur, third point. And fourth point is Dholavira in Gujarat is the most prominent among them. This is the fourth point. So these are the 4 points under 2B. Then 2C, name any 4 cities of Harappan civilization. It is in page 9, that is Harappan cities, heading is given. So again point wise, first point, Harappa in Montgomery district of Punjab, and Mohenjo-daro in Larkana district of Sindh. This is second point. First point is Harappa in Montgomery district of Punjab, and second point is Mohenjo-daro in Larkana district of Sindh. Third point is Chanudaro, south of Mohenjo-daro. Fourth point is Lothal in Gujarat. So these are the 4 points under this answer. Then next is 3A town planning. So it is page 10. Features of urban planning. These points are there. 5 points are there. So any 4 points of your choice. Then next question is 3B, special features of houses of the people. So again page 10, houses heading is given. These 5 points are there. 4 points of your choice. Then next is 3C, common elements between Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. It is in page 9. This common elements between Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. Here 5 points are there. So any 4 points of your choice. Then describe any important object of sculpture made by the Harappans. So there are 2 sculptures, that is bearded man and dancing girl. Bearded man in page that is 7. Bearded man and dancing girl, 2 sculptures are there. So any one of your choice you write down and describe. Write down the name and describe it. This is the description. If you are writing bearded man, this is the description. If you are writing dancing girl, this is the description. But any one. Then 4B, how did Indus pottery reflect the potter's artistic skill? It is page 12. This entire paragraph under art and craft, this last paragraph, this is the entire paragraph of 4B. 4C, name and briefly describe the process by which sculpture in metal was done. So name of the process is lost wax process, and you have to describe the lost wax process, that is page 13. This entire you have to describe. This is lost wax process. Then 5A, identify the seal in the given picture. Why were the seals used? So you have to identify the seal. This is obviously the seal of Pashupati. And why were the seals used? It was used for trading purposes. You will find out this answer in seals portion. And of what material were the seals used? Again, it is in portion seals. The materials that were used was terracotta, steatite, agate. Then what do the seals reveal about the Harappans? So you will write down the information that you get from these seals. The informations such as, it is in page 7, the information such as the script, trade, religion and beliefs of the Harappans. So this is the